Okay, so let's learn how to upload music. The goal is to add beats, songs, albums, scores, whatever you want into the player and have the ability to add pricing and offer free downloads and all these little extra things. So let's learn how to do that. Before we go into that, I want you to go into settings and go to all settings. And I want you to look at a couple things. First thing I want you to look at is auto upload music file for all license columns. If you plan on giving out the same MP3 file for each license, basic, Premiere, and this goes for beat makers, not so much artists that sells songs and albums. It's for beat makers. If you plan to just give out the same music file for each license, then go ahead and click this. That way, when you upload a demo or audio file, it will actually fill out all the licenses automatically. But if you're going to upload different files, different audio for each license, uncheck that. The next thing is adjust player default start volume. By default, it's at 50, which is normal volume, but if you want to boost up the volume a little more, then you can do that here. I would recommend you stick to 50. Or I've seen people do 65, but it is completely your choice. Let's see here. Default album art. If you decide that you want the same album art for each beat, then upload your default album art here. I personally would not recommend it. I would give each beat a separate album art just so people can um, see the difference between the different beats. If you do the same album art, everything's gonna look the same. And you want to give each beat a different character. So I would definitely not choose this feature, but it is there if you do want it. Okay, so now that we've checked those settings, go to upload. Now you have a couple choices here. You can upload beats, you can upload single songs, you can upload albums, and then there's the media library. So in this case, I'm going to focus on beat makers. But it's the same principle all the way through. So we're just going to go to upload beats and manage. And I don't have anything here. At any point in time, you can click on view player and you'll be able to see the player has nothing in it. There's no media inside of it at all. So we'll be changing that. So go ahead and click on add new beats. At this point, you can either browse for the beats and you can do multiple, or you can just go ahead and drop the files here by just drag and drop for your desktop, which is what I'm going to do. Then click upload. Wait for that to finish. Okay, so now we're finished. And at this point, you can actually rename the tracks or the beats to whatever you want. I'm just going to quickly go through this. Okay. And then I'm just going to click on done. At this point, you can upload more if you want, or go back to the edit section and click on manage beats, which I'm going to do. Now I'm going to go back to the player. You can click on view player, but I already have it open, so I'm just going to refresh it. And as you can see, the tracks are there, but there are no buy buttons whatsoever. There's just the tracks. These are ready to play, but there is no album art and there's no buy buttons at all, which we're going to change right now. Let's go ahead and start with album art. That's pretty simple. So for the first track, I'm going to add a thumbnail. So click here to add a thumbnail. I'm just going to drag and drop an image here. Make sure it's good quality. Make sure it's at least 300 by 300, preferably 500 by 500, because when these beats go into the marketplace, customers are going to see the album art, and if it's stretched, if it's grainy, if it's pixelated, that's not a good look. So make sure, try to make it 500 by 500. Okay, so I'm going to upload, go back to manage beats, and as you can see now, there is some album art on the first beat. And if I go back to the player, you'll see that there's album art for the beat here. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add prices to the beat. Now, in order to add prices, you have to first upload files to each license. So for example, for lease, you might include a PDF with your terms, certain types of audio files, and you put that in a zip file. Do you remember the auto populate from the settings that I talked about earlier? If you would have checked that, yes, then basically when I uploaded this track, it would have added this track to all the licenses. But most people don't do that. They add different zip files for each license. So it's your choice on how you want to do things. But again, in order to add prices, you have to add files. Okay, so I'm ready to add I created a zip file and I named it package. And I included the file, the audio file, and the license inside of the zip file. And this is what the customer will be getting after they make the purchase. So I'm going to drop it in there. I'm going to upload, manage beats, and now this is the file that the customers are going to receive when they make a purchase. Now, once you do that, you have a set price button right here. So click on set price, and I'm going just, for example, I'm just going to put in 35. So now that's $35. So I'm going to, let's look at the player. And now you see a buy button, and now it's $35 for the lease. Okay, so we're doing pretty good so far. There's also an includes button. Now this shows the buyer what's included inside of that zip file. So you have your choices here, and you can also add more choices here by adding a new option. So that's a pretty good feature there. Okay, so we're going to click out of there. I'm going to just go ahead and just put MP3. I'm going to submit it, and it'll just say here includes MP3. Now I could keep adding different licenses. I'm just going to add one more, but you get the idea. I'm going to go to premium. Let's see here. I'm just going to drop it here. I'm going to set price by clicking here. This one's going to be $100. And this one's going to include an MP3 and a wave. Submit it. Okay, so now let's look at the player. Okay, it should have two options now if you hit buy. Yes, so 35 and 100, and it tells you what is included. All right. So how do you allow free downloads? Let me show you really quick. Click this little gift box here. And this will download the demo track here. So since the user will be able to, let me go ahead and click this first. And it'll warn you that, hey, the customer will be able to download not what's inside the zip file for each license, but just the demo track that you uploaded initially. So basically, what you want is to make sure that you have the tags embedded inside of the beat. especially if you allow downloads, because they'll be getting that. So now I'm going to refresh. Okay, and now you're going to see a little download arrow here. And now you'll be able to collect people's email, and they'll be able to download. Now, this accept terms, this area here, there's a section in the admin panel where you can enter in your terms for free downloads, like don't use this for etc, etc, etc. You can only do this, you can only do that. Your terms for free downloads, and I'll show you how to do that in a bit. Okay, so let's learn how to rearrange the beats. Say you want for you at the very top. All right, so you want to go to organize beats, and you simply, all you have to do is drag and drop. So now for you will be at the very top. So let's refresh this, and sure enough, for you is at the very top. Really, really simple. Okay, so let's talk about the embed code. Say you have your own website, not the website that we provide with our account, but you have your own entirely different website, and all you want is the player embedded into that website, whether it's WordPress, just whatever platform you're on that accepts embed codes. And all you need to do is click on the embed code and just copy this and then paste it on the HTML page of your website, or PHP, whatever platform you're on. Pretty simple. We also provide you with a mobile version of the player, and this is for people that want to add a click here for mobile button on their website, and add this link, and it will that will take you to the mobile player. Although the desktop version will pretty much do the same thing. Okay, so now the question is, how do you upload these videos, these video headers? Actually, they're YouTube videos. And okay, so let's find some YouTube headers. Say I want this header for one of the tracks. Looks pretty cool. So let's get this header. Go ahead and click on share. And then what you want to do is select just this part of the link. Don't select all of it. You just want the part after the /. Okay? Right click and copy. The next thing you want to do is go to your control panel, into the upload section, the beat section, and let's just say I want to add this to this track here. So what you want to do is click on the little YouTube icon here, and then simply just paste it on there. Submit. Okay, and you know it's active because this icon is now red. So I'm going to bring the player. I'm going to refresh it, and now you should see the YouTube header. Very cool. It's one of our favorite features. A lot of people like using this. Brings attention to the beat, adds a little more, engagement, and that's what you need when you want to sell music. So this is a great feature. Add a song. Okay, so you want to go to upload songs and manage, and then I'm going to add new songs. I'm just going to put one song. I'm actually just going to redo this one. Upload. And I'm going to see for you. Done. Manage tracks. And I'm going to go ahead and just add a thumbnail to it. So I'm just going to drag and drop this thumbnail. Back to manage songs. Now if we look at the player again, I'm going to refresh it. You'll see that now there's two tabs. There's beats, since you uploaded 3 beats, and then now a single that I uploaded. Now this has no price, so let's go ahead and add that. I'm just gonna put $1.25 here. Okay, and I'm not gonna do all this, but you can add the artist, you can add label, add year. It's pretty simple. But let me go ahead and refresh this. Go to single, and now you see you'll be able to buy it for $1.25, and you're good to go in terms of like just singles that you have for sale. Okay, so let's talk about adding new tabs to the player. A lot of people don't know that you can add different sections of the player. For example, some producers use a discount tab and put all their discount beats here. Some people put sound effects or whatever different tabs you want on there, and you can actually add three extra tabs, and you can have 6 tabs in total, which is pretty awesome. So this gives your customers, you know, a different variety to choose from when it comes to your library. So let me show you how to add new tabs. Okay, so as you can see, we just have beats and singles active. So if we go to the dashboard and we go to settings, manage sections, you'll see that the beats and singles is checked. So I'm going to add a different section, and I'm going to call this just discounts. I'm going to submit it. And now the tab will not show up until you upload media to the new section. So if you notice, discounts is under the album section. So what you have to do is go to upload and then upload albums and manage. Okay, so I'm going to add a new album. I'm going to just put some dummy stuff here. I'm not going to put a thumbnail. I'm not going to choose an image. Explicit, yes. Why not? And theme color, I'll probably do something like, I don't know, something like that. Hit submit. And now you have an album ready to go. Now, I'm going to manage tracks. I'm going to add tracks, and I'm just going to drop something here. Now, the section will look way more complete if you actually took the time and added album art and all the other fields. But I'm just trying to show you an example here. Okay, so now I added everything in the albums, tracks. Now if I refresh it, now you're going to see the discounts. And you're going to start to see I didn't upload an image, but as you can see, there's the track. I didn't upload a thumbnail, so that's missing. It's because this is just an example. But as you can see, now the discounts tab is active. And so let's go ahead and add another tab. So I'm going to go to settings, manage sections again. And here you can create 3 more. Now I'm not going to create 3 more. I'm just going to create just 1 more just to show you how it's done. But I'm going to create another section. I'm going to call it drum kits. And I'm just going to put it, since it's drum kits and it acts almost like an album, you should put albums, but for now I'm just going to put beats. I'm going to create it. And now the drum kit section is now active. Now, again, just because you did that doesn't mean it's going to show up in the player. You actually have to add media to that section in order for that tab to show up. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Now, once you add something custom, like say drum kits, what's going to happen is you're going to see drum kits or whatever you added here. It's going to show up as whatever text here. So I'm going to go ahead and do upload drum kits and manage. Add new drum kits, and I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm just gonna drop a zip file in here. Okay, it won't let me. Let me try this. Okay. And it looks like we should be able to upload a zip file there, so I'll make sure that happens. So manage drum kits, and then I'm going to, okay, I already added a track on there, so now it should be visible on the player. So if I were to refresh, sometimes you have to clear the cache. Now you'll see drum kits as an option. Okay, so if you can add two more if you wanted to. And again, the way you do that, go to settings, go to manage sections, and then you have two more options. So you have 3 sections. So I just used up the one, so you actually have 2 more to go. So anyway, a lot of producers, they have different sections on here. Do sound effects, trailer music, movie music, cinema music, sound effects, YouTube music, whatever. I've seen producers use all kinds of different tabs, and it's great because customers come to the player and they have other choices other than beats. So their sales increase because of that. So that is it with the manage sections. Now, I wanted to show you. Do you remember when I was telling you about the adding the text inside of the download? I'm going to show you how to do that. Also, I'm also going to show you this section here, where if someone puts something in the cart and check out now, and then the terms go here. I'm going to show you where to add all your terms on checkout and also the download page. So what you want to do is go to settings, and then you want to go to where was it? TOS and email setup. This is where the sections are at. So this is the terms of service. So you fill this out, and this is the part where when people check out, they see the terms of service. This is the text for the free downloads. So fill this out, and then make sure that when you're done, click on update, and then all the text field will fill out, and your customers will able to see the text for the terms of service and the free downloads. And that's it for that. The last thing I'm going to mention is the mobile notifications. This is great. Anytime you make a sale, we can notify you. Yeah, so we notify you via email anyway, but it's always cool to just get a instant text message from us saying, hey, you just made a sale, congratulations. So in order to enable that, you have to put in your number, and you have to make sure that you put a 1 before your phone number. Then update, and now every time you get a sale, not only will you get a text message, but we will also send you, not only will you get an email, but you'll also get a SMS text message from us. So pretty good feature to have. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. I know it was a long video, but thank you for sticking around. All right, thanks.